Good morning, welcome to Creator Day / International Vlogging Day at the Excel Centre London. We're just going in to get our wristbands now, and we'll be here all weekend at this place. So if you're here or have been here, you'll get to see all this once the event is over in a couple of days. So I hope you enjoy everything I managed to get, and I could catch you all in a little while. Bye! Just entering the ticket hall now to go and get our wristbands. I'm here with Spider Log.
I want to go to that one.
I'm here with Spider Log, say hey.
Hey, and I want to go to the store that's behind us because it says VIP industry price.
Yeah, we'll never get into that.
But we're not that important about it.
No, we're going over here. But I have to remember to tell them to check my side pockets and everything. Oh, Tim.
Hang on, which one says industry and weekend? Oh, I think Creator
Weekend. Weekend. Say hi to the vlog.
Hi vlog.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Just getting your tickets sorted now.
Thank
Here
you.
we go, look, scan.
There you go.
No, it's what, and get. Cheers, I'm going. Right. Here we go. Here we go. This is where we get everything. Say hey. Hello.
Right hand, please.
You can't see it very well, but official, we're right here.
White this year. Thank you.
Hey.
Just walking straight in the gate.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean.
Right,
Right.
we're off.
Have a nice day. See you later. Thank you.
Right, this is us.
Can you mind where you're going?
Just going around now. Sammy said, just walking back towards where the VIP industry thing is. We so wish that we were part of that, but we're not. But
T-minus 5 minutes.
we're now going to go back towards the door that will be opening in 5 minutes to get in and have a look around before the craziness of the main 2 days, tomorrow and Sunday. But let's go and have a quick look at this map over here so I can show you properly.
You knew what I was doing there, didn't you?
We need to show you properly where everything is on this cool map that we got over here before we go over to the doors.
It's like, oh you, where do you think you're going?
No. There we go, everybody. This is everything that's going to be on this weekend. We've got fairground, meet and greet area,
That.
main stage.
With its own special area.
Look, totally on a main stage. This is the ticket hall that we're in now. Creator Village, that's where all the miniatures. My other favourite bit, which is the craft fair. We got Body Shop here this year, Matt Flurry again, Jamie Joe, Disney. There's so much going on. Panel rooms. This is everything, look.
Merch stands next to Create.
Evan Edginger, Daniel J. Layton, all our favourites. Fashion and Beauty stage, Lindsay, you'd love that. Lifestyle stage. So much to do and never enough time. And in case you're wondering, those are the Twitter, Instagram and Facebook for this. And we will see you in a little while. Bye. Welcome to the Summer in the City 10th anniversary celebration. Just about to enter the main hall where everything is. Here we go. This is just so you know. I shall read it out to you. Photography and filming will take place in this area throughout Summer in the City, 10th, 11th and 12th of August. The images and footage may be used by the Royal British Legion for future marketing and promotional purposes. If you don't wish to be included in the photography or filming, please move away from the area. Thank you.
I have something to say.
What?
I'm shocked.
You're shocked?
So look to your left. What is always just to the left of the main entrance? Penguin Books.
Where's Penguin Books?
Lifestyle replaces stages replace Penguin Books. I'm not having this.
Let's go. Let's get a little bit going. Say hi.
So we've now got into some of the
There's some volunteers.
So I'll upload that directly to my backup sources so I can download the payment.
It's a McFlurry stand, obviously not sponsored in any way, shape or form by McDonald's on my channel. We got some gaming section. Just in case you don't know, over there is where we get our t-shirts. Don't know if anybody's noticed that I'm filming. Hi! Hi everybody!
Anyway, enough filming them for a second. Let's see what the back is for.
Let's have a look at this merch then. See what we've got this year. Summer in the City. Look, established the year that I originally set up my channel. It's just a pity I didn't start using it until 3 years ago.
I can't remember when I set up mine. Long before that.
Got Bars and Melody over there. I remember them. And we got over here, we've got 1 Million Smiles. And I have to say this is probably going to be one of my favourite slogans. Busy doing nothing. Because pretty much I probably will be. Oh, we got running late. As if there you go, UK's largest YouTube event at London XL.
Because like, there's no point in like 10 people.
Go and have a look around while he's talking. We've got over here, look, we've got some pop funkos. We got Rick and Morty, Looney Tunes. Lots of Pokemon going on. Everybody loves the Pokemon. Look, Flareon.
I say that
Bit of Disney. Five Nights at Freddy's. We got some laptops set up over here for people to play games. Hey!
throwing the mice. It's a good start.
So, well, we might be able to have a bit of competition going on at some point. I'll see how good I can get. I'll start filming for a little bit so we can have a bit of a walk around so I don't kill my battery. And I shall see you in a bit.
Learn panel. First of all, happy International Blogging Day. That's a thing, and it is today. This is the first one, and hopefully it'll be an annual thing. So to celebrate, we have a diverse range of non-vloggers, some vloggers, to chat about their legacy and their history as a part of the online video community. Can you imagine? Can you believe I didn't prepare that at all?
That's
anyway,
a skill. That's a real skill.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. Anyway, let's get started. We'll do some intros. First of all, my name is Liam. I'll be moderating today. That's why I'm talking more accessibly than others at the moment. I'm going to ask you all, first and foremost, who you are, what you do, and then sort of how long you've been in the game. Let's just do a round robin.
Hey Vsauce, Michael here. No, I'm just joking. My name is Matt Santoro. I do comedic top 10 lists and fact videos on YouTube from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So, we both have the Queen on our money, so that's great. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I've been doing it for 8 years.
Hi, I'm Peter Kingston. I've been doing YouTube for about 9 years, knocking 10 now. Oh, wrinkles are showing. And I started off making vlogs, and then that progressed to music, and just it's always been whatever I've kind of felt like making, but yeah, music and vlogs are kind of my thing.
Hi, I'm Evan Edinger, and I vlog. I do vlogs. I'm from America. I live in London. A lot of my stuff is based around that. It's like my one thing. I do puns and I do travel stuff, and I vlog every day when I travel, and it's fun times. Yep.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucy. My channel is English with Lucy, where I teach English. Shock. And I'm quite new to the YouTube game. I started in early 2016, so I still got a lot to learn.
It's exciting.
It's so exciting.
And I've been at least vlogging since about 2008. And at the moment I also do a bunch of Twitch streaming and podcasting and things. It's been fun. So I guess first and foremost, what was your inspiration in first becoming a creator?
Well, actually, I just want to say, can I reintroduce myself as Morpheus? Because I want to be like,
by all means, you got the head for it.
I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
And the voice.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what was the question again? Sorry, it was more important to make that joke.
Yeah. It's just save it for the bit. What
got me started?
Yeah, what got you started?
Yeah, so I discovered YouTube way back in 2007, and then around the end of 2009, I started watching people religiously, like Philip DeFranco, Ray William Johnson. Do you guys remember Ray William Johnson? Yeah. There's one person that's well, he used to be the biggest on the platform, and he was the biggest person that inspired me to start. And I started doing comedy sketches and things like that, and then I started a second channel where I vlogged every day for a year and a half.
Who inspired that channel?
That channel? I just wanted a secondary creative outlet.
Okay.
That's it, yeah. And then I did that for probably 3 years, daily / semi-daily, and I don't do that anymore because it was messing with the old mental health, so.
Anyone else?
I had no idea that the YouTube community and vlogging and all that was even a thing back in late 2008. And then a friend of mine in my class at school randomly confided in me that he makes these random videos as a creative outlet on YouTube. And I watched them and I thought, this looks fun. And then I made one and I went, this is fun. And it became really good. I had all these ideas constantly flowing around in my head, and these thoughts and blah 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 blah. I never knew what to do with them, and then found that YouTube was a thing, and started doing it. And it was just random thoughts. There was no rhyme or reason to it in the beginning, and then over time it became more. When I became more confident with it, and I was having more fun with it, and I knew what to do. It just sort of went from there. So it's just been sort of gradually growing creatively since 2008, and I've never looked back.
I've never met someone that isn't ashamed to say Ray William Johnson is his inspiration. Well, Ray William Johnson was also my inspiration, so
Wow, way to copy me.
I've never met anyone else. It's one of those things that's like one of those skeletons in the closet. Well, I know it was, I also was inspired by Phil DeFranco and Ray William Johnson, I guess because I was watching YouTube.
Remember when he would say, like, sup, forum?
What's happening?
What's happening? Yeah, that was it. What's happening, forum?
So, what can, yeah, so, equals 3, yeah, so like Ray William Johnson, Phil DeFranco, like OG 2006 was YouTube that I was watching, and I was like, I want to make stuff like that, and so I started doing that. And then when I was still very much living in the US, and I was only watching like those 2 channels, and maybe like one other, I found a Charlie McDonald video that was really great, and then I got down this huge British rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, these people are so funny, and no one knows who they are in the US at the time, and I was like, you heard of this guy, his ukulele? So then I started
That could
making
be
videos.
anyone.
What?
That could mean anyone.
No, back in the day, it was Charlie was the OG in
That is
the
true.
Chameleon circuit.
Had to come
I
up.
saw Liam on stage at VidCon 2011. You banged. It was great. I was front row. All right.
Bless.
So I got started because I lost my job whilst I was living in Madrid, and I started teaching English just to fill the gap. Was rubbish at teaching grammar to my students, they knew it better than I did, so I started looking for explanations of grammar online, and I just thought they were, no offence to them, but I thought they were really, really boring. It was just someone in front of a dirty whiteboard, just writing loads of stuff, and I had a kind of, oh, I think I can do that moment. So my dad gave me a business loan of £500, which I paid back with interest. It was about a fiver, but it was, you know, it was on merit. And I bought a Canon 60D secondhand, which I still use today, and started making videos.
Yeah, it's a solid model.
It's done me well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, so I guess we have a full house of people who are pretty much doing this full time. Is that fair to say, everybody? Yeah, you're all. Yeah, okay. We're all pretty much like creating stuff sort of almost full time, or at least in some form of a living. So like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of folks in the audience are probably interested in doing something similar. So like, what was like the turning point where you felt like you could make this into a career?
Yeah, well, first of all, if you want to start vlogging, the first thing is you have to believe. Matrix reference. Sorry. I'm going to do this as much as possible while I'm in this chair, just so you guys know.
I'm on this side representing the blue pill.
Right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Again, what was the question? No. I was never making a living off of vlogging though, so it's a little bit different from probably you guys. But the vlogging for me was always just a side thing on my second channel. But I was never really able to make it like happen, which is fine. I guess I'm more of just the facts guy on YouTube, and that's just always been my thing. But I think it's always good to sort of try other things, even if they don't work, because that's how you expand your creativity. And you never know, it might end up popping off and becoming a thing, like, you know, these guys.
So I didn't take it, I took it full time within 6 months of starting it. I think I joined YouTube with my niche at the perfect time. I was really, really lucky. But I think when I got my first sponsorship deal, which was for $60, don't get jealous. Yeah, that's when I was like, I think I could do this full time. So then I started taking it really, really seriously. I decided I was going to take 2 years to see what I could do with it, and if it didn't go anywhere, then no regrets. But I was kind of at that easy time between, I just graduated from university, I needed to like either find a job or give this a go, and I didn't want to regret anything, so I went for it, and I'm really happy that I did.
I was working full time, and I was also doing YouTube videos, and I still didn't, I mean, legally as an American living in the UK, the visas and stuff, I kind of had to do that. And then when I got let go, and I found a super special visa that would allow me to do whatever I wanted, it kind of allowed me to just jump off and do YouTube full time for a bit. And that's when I realized I could, only because it was, you know, I never considered that a possibility, and I'm not one of those success stories where it's like, and then I quit my job, and then I made YouTube my job. That never happened. I just kind of got kicked out, and then I landed on a pillow of YouTube. and that worked for a nice year. I'm still making it full time as a YouTuber, but I still like working in an office, and I like using my skill at a degree and stuff. So yeah, it works. I'd say it's just. I don't know, when the money was able to pay for rent exclusively was when I went, this is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've also fluctuated between like doing it full time and also then going like to work and stuff, and now I'm some weird place in the middle where I'd like to do it, but I'm also just like freelancing and things too. Yeah, exactly. It works quite nicely.
Yeah, I'm a little bit like that as well. Like I've done it since school, and I went from school to college to uni, and
I think that's how the education system works. Yeah.
I think. And then ended with like kindergarten, and and then went into work. But everything I've done, YouTube's always been on the side, and I've always like tried my best to find time for it. Sometimes more than others. So I've never really done it full time, and even now, like I've just come out of drama school, and I want to do it as much as I can. But for me, acting is going to be like the main thing, hopefully. But I always want YouTube as like the other creative side of me. So like in terms of earning money and earning a living, obviously like that would be amazing. But it's never been my focus point for like a full-time job. That's where like sort of the acting and the performing comes in. But you know, like these days it's 2018, so like that's blending to so many people. It's like the platform's changing with like not so much just YouTube, but with like Instagram and like Snapchat and other live things that are going around, and then Twitch as well. Like it's way more like sort of performance based. It is kind of like live theatre in a way, but just like online. So yeah, it's blending, but that's sort of been me.
Yeah.
I have a question, Leo. No.
Hit me.
Did we all lose our jobs and get into YouTube? Did that happen? Seriously, because I used to be an accountant and I lost my job.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's how I decided to go try to make YouTube my full-time thing. Did that happen to
No,
at least 3 of us?
Sounds like I was a little baby boy when I started YouTube, so like
I started when I was like working at Pizza Hut, working full time serving tables, and I just did it as a fun job. And to do it full time, it was when I got let go. That was when I kicked off. Like, I guess this is my job now. I'll do this. So.
Yeah, cool.
Usually these panels are full of people that are like, and then I quit my job, and everyone cheers, and I'm like,
and you can do it too.
Yeah.
You gotta believe and
study to be a YouTuber in school.
That's a thing now.
It is.
That's wild. Anyway, I want to come back to you real quick, Lucy, because like your audience has been wild in its growth. Like, because you've been around since 2016. You're at where's your channel at right now?
1.3 million subscribers. I know, I can't believe.
Yeah, exactly. That's in 2 years. So like, I mean, that excites me in itself. But like, it kind of opens the question to everybody. Like, how has your relationship with your audience developed over time? Because especially, you've had a massive growth in 2 years, but everyone else here has like had either massive growth in 5-10 years, or steady growth in that time, or in my case, none. That's fine too. But like, how has your like relationship with your audience developed in that time?
So, I think my channel's a little bit different. I don't feel like I have fans. Like, I've never done a meet and greet or anything. It's educational content, so I feel like people subscribe to learn. They don't necessarily. They might like me and my personality, but I think the number one reason that people subscribe is because they're just interested in upping their English skills. So I don't feel like I know my audience as well as other creators that show off their life might know their audience. I have found it difficult to keep up, but now I schedule in times to properly read comments and listen to people. For a little while I let that go for a bit. Yeah.
What about the rest of you guys? Any thoughts? Comments? The question was, how's your audience developed over time, or how's your relationship with your audience developed over time?
Mine's been really slow growth, but I've always been, I go to every convention possible to meet as many people. I try and be very active. I reply to like as many comments as I can. I remember when I first started, I got an email sent to my email every time I got any comment and anytime I got any subscriber, and I would literally, till 50,000 subs, send a message to every person saying thank you for subscribing. And it took me hours of every day, but I just was so thankful. But nowadays, I'm also working a job, and I don't do that as much, but I do try and stay active despite things. Yeah.
My My relationship has stayed relatively similar. I think it's always been like I said, like I've been like in and out of like school and schooling and education and work. So the growth for me hasn't been like ridiculous, but like there has been like a growth. But that relationship hasn't massively changed. It's always been a very chill thing. It's always been like I've made advice videos and like people have gotten a lot from that. So I've always like kind of put out my experiences. And if people get something from that, then cool. If they don't, then whatever. If they want to talk to me about it, wicked. If they don't, then whatever. Same with the music. I put it out. People enjoy it, cool. If not, whatever. Like it's all been chill. That's kind of the word for me, and how I would want relationships with people in general to be, as well as like audiences. I have my own gesturer now, which is nice. Cheers for that.
You're on what, sorry?
I have my own gesturer.
Oh, gesturer, okay.
And I like that kind of vibe. Is very much me as a person anyway, so just having like a chill relationship is nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to approach it. That's definitely not been my relationship with my audience, just because I've been doing it for 8 years. So
Right.
There's been ups, there's been downs. They wanted to leave many times, but I just said, please stay, I love you. That's an adult joke. I feel like a lot of these are going, am I just not? Anyway, but yeah, it's chill is definitely the best way to approach it. And I think that's the best way to approach this entire thing, because this can be a really anxiety, stress-filled career path.
Yeah.
Not it can be, it almost always is actually.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing to do is just approach it loosa.
Yeah, absolutely. And making sure that you kind of, I guess, foster that in your audience a little bit as well. I mean, I guess I've been trying to like rebuild like my relationship with my audience as well a little bit recently, and like I've opened a Discord and just like hanging out there and talking to people. It's like it really helps to know, first of all, to know people by name, but then also that they sort of know you not by name, but like know that you're just like also a person who can just chill in a chat room. Twitch is definitely better for that. Yeah, exactly.
But it also goes the other way with some people. Some people really do encourage the hyper craziness.
That's
of,
it, yeah.
Like really overhyping their fans, which is like, I think it's fed in a little bit to why at conventions you do get like people like almost not being concerned with the rules or whatever, and it's just like making a beeline for whoever, or wanting to be a part of that energy, because it's intoxicating. It really is.
Oh,
like,
for sure, yeah.
Like being around, and like that. So there is that high you get from it, but it's also, I think, really damaging.
Funny you mention that, because I was just yesterday listening to I'm going to sound really pretentious for a second, like a podcast episode about Playlist Live.
Yeah.
And they were interviewing like people, like fans who had been like. They were saying that like this one guy was trying to get through a hotel lobby and everyone was crowding him and he just couldn't get where he needed to be. But oh yeah, I was in the crowd obviously because I just wanted to like get a signature. But there were so many people that just wouldn't let him right. And I was like, you don't really seem to realize that you're part of the problem here. Yeah, exactly. If you're in the crowd, then you're contributing to the crowd that is the problem. Anyway, that's the team. To that end, because that is a thing that is constantly sort of transforming, and that's been a fairly recent development in the last like 3 to 5 years of like that sort of like
the real
mentality. Yeah, like. That's a thing that we're sort of learning to handle a little bit better like now. But how do you think that the landscape and the community and even the industry is going to change within the next 10 years? Everyone. I know that's a really like heavy question to drop on you, so if you need a second.
It's maybe a very controversial thing to say. I don't think YouTube will, I might say this quietly, I don't think YouTube...
It's fine, they're not here.
Potentially, oh yeah. I don't think YouTube's going to be the forerunner in the next 10 years. It always has been, like since like 2000, well, when it started really, because there was no one else that did it the same. But it's almost like the way it's been going is that necessarily what people want now? Is that like, because the
Awesome. My name is AJ Brilliant. I'm the co-editor of 1080 magazine, 1080 UK. We're a publication online and in print that writes about YouTubers and the online digital world that we all live in and we're all a part of. So whenever we go down the panel, you can just introduce yourselves, and for anyone who might not know your sort of content styles and what you do online. We'll start with you, Jamie.
Okay. My name is Jamie Jo. I make art content on YouTube. Also, for International Blogging Day, I make a logo, so that's cool.
My name is Stephen, I'm a magician, so I do magic stuff, and I also vlog about street performing and busking culture. Cool. Thanks.
My name is Luke, I do whatever I want. I'm also making a film and occasionally uploading to YouTube. Whatever I want.
Just doing your own thing?
Yeah, I don't care about genre.
I think it might be interesting to start with that, because we're here to sort of talk about vlogging as a format, but you have an interesting story in terms of you kind of started doing sketchy type stuff, but also the vlogs, then went more into the vlogs, now you're doing the filmmaking and a bit. How do you feel like your content style has changed over time, and how have vlogs fed into that?
Well, I think first we should define, more for me than anyone else, what we mean by vlog, because when I started YouTube, vlogging was any sitting down in front of a camera and I would make a vlog. But now vlogging is like taking showing your audience your life.
Like a daily vlog, right?
Like a daily vlog. But that's the thing is, daily vlog is a bit of an unhelpful term because I daily vlog sometimes, but not daily. And so it's really difficult. So which one do we mean?
I mean, I think we're going to go with vlogging as a style of sitting down, talking to a camera. It could be about, you know, various topics.
Okay, cool. Right, that helps, thank you. What was your question?
How do you feel like, because you do, for example, you do lots of sketches,
yes,
fun things like that. How do you feel like vlogs have built into that, as opposed to the music videos you do,
sure,
sketches, that kind of thing?
Okay, so, I mean, I really try and just make something that I'm passionate about, and try not to stick to a certain genre. Over the years, I guess, my content style has changed to be more like planned. I generally before would just like sit down and go, right, what are we doing? And then I'd intercut it with videos of my cat and then upload that to the internet. And that was content back then in 2009. But over the years, I've definitely expanded though, I think, like, because I now have built up an audience of people who'll just kind of watch whatever I upload, which is quite nice. So I can go from doing like a video about why I really like blueberries to like a parody of Taylor Swift, and then I've got another video about why I think porn's bad, that coming up. I've not released that yet. And so yeah, I really like how I've evolved really is that I've sort of done the opposite of evolve, in that I've just built an audience of people who watch whatever I want, and I now don't really have a style or a format or even like a vlog format. I just do me, and for some reason people watch it.
So don't you think that's nice, that people are sort of, they're not watching you for a certain thing, like people just like you as a person?
Oh, it's lovely. I think it's nice. It's not a very good strategy if you want to be big on YouTube, because YouTube's all based around metadata and tags and consistency. So it's nice for me, and it's nice in like a hypothetical world, but on YouTube it's just awful, so I don't recommend it.
And so does that make it hard, I guess, as well, when you're talking to like brands maybe? Are there any challenges of that, of not having like, I guess filmmaking more you've got now, but...
Well, I have this really fun story where there's a company called Social Circle who do like some of the branded content stuff with YouTubers, and I've become somewhat of their little add-on thing. So they will have like a campaign, for example, I can't think of an example of when this has been a thing, but they'll have a campaign that they've built with a bunch of YouTubers. They've gone, right, we want to hit this demographic, we want to hit this demographic, we want this type of content, etc. And then they'll have like a bit of money left in the pot, and they'll go, there's this weird man who just sort of does stuff. Do you want him to make something for you? And they go, yeah, okay. And then I make something strange. And so I don't really do a lot of talking to brands anymore, because I have like, as YouTube's grown, we have managers, we have like all this weird stuff. But it definitely makes me harder to pitch, because I don't have a defined category. I'm not a tech vlogger, I'm not a makeup vlogger. And so I think I could be though, couldn't I?
Thank God you're not.
I will try, just for you.
You mix tech and makeup.
Tech vlogging. Wow, that'd be great.
Niche.
So it definitely makes it harder for like a specific type of company to come and approach me, but it also makes it more broad in that some random people can come and say hello to me, like Marmalade Insurance, who I've just done a video with, who are an insurance company that they don't exist yet. And their whole thing was, we don't exist yet, we want people to know that Marmalade Insurance exists.
Are they insure your marmalade?
No, it's a car insurance company called
That's a niche.
and so I do also have the benefit of being able to sort of apply myself to anything. Whereas if you're a tech blogger, you can only really cover tech, you can't do anything else. So it's a bit of both.
And so I guess quite on the opposite end of the spectrum, Stephen, you sort of came into YouTube with quite a set thing that you're doing and the magic that you're putting out online. I guess how is your experience different from Luke's in that sense?
Yeah, so my whole channel for so long was just like magic tricks to camera or street magic or things like that. And I felt that was really quite limiting and constraining and difficult. Firstly, because of what Luke is saying about the algorithm and the need to upload consistently, I can't realistically work on a trick in a week and then have it good enough. So I'm either pushing myself to the point where I'm not making things I'm quite happy with or things like that, or I'm not uploading at all, which is what happens. And also I think that doing a channel like mine where you just do a novelty, right? So if you look at magic as a novelty, it means that my channel kind of has the appeal that a funny cat channel does, right? You go on it, you go, hi, cats, and then you watch a load of cats, you're like, that was satisfying. Maybe you subscribe, but after a while, maybe you've seen enough cats for a while. Cats is a bad example because cats never get old. But you get what I mean? So I kind of feel like that happens a lot, as maybe I churn through subscribers kind of quick because they go, oh, magic, this is really cool. They watch 10 videos and they're like, oh yeah, we don't really care about the man behind the beard. They just care about what I'm doing for a while. So I guess moving into vlogging stuff and street performing, A, something I find interesting and I like challenging myself to busk, but also as a way of hopefully trying to expand what I am to people a little bit and make my channel a bit more, I don't know, sustainable and a bit more, hey, I'm a person, not just a card trick machine.
But you are very good at that, for the record.
Thanks.
Okay. And Jamie, bringing you in as well, equally with a talent, Luke, you're not untalented, that's not what I'm trying to say here, but you're so multi-talented.
I got a really funny tweet the other day where I tweeted something sad. Sorry, this is a complete tangent, I'll just quickly tell the story because it's so funny. I tweeted something about being sad, and someone replied, oh, I wish I could just make everyone I care about happy and successful. I was like, I didn't say I wasn't successful, I just said I wasn't happy. That's rude. Anyway, carry on.
Thank you for that aside. Jamie, coming back to you, equally you have used your talent and put that online, but then sort of people, I guess, have got to know you over time, right? How do you feel like that's changed?
I mean, for me, I kind of categorize myself as both a vlogger and an art YouTuber. My first video I ever uploaded on YouTube was a vlog of me being really excited that another YouTuber had picked my comment suggestion. And so it's just 10 minutes of me freaking out. And then I feel personally that vlogging is really important for a channel. Because like you said, it makes people realize that you're a person. It makes them understand why you're doing a certain thing or how you behave. Or for me, my voice is always a weird thing for people because sometimes it changes in accent and fluctuation and everything, and part of that's because I was mute, and that's one of the videos that went really viral on my channel. And luckily that was the video that went viral because it meant that everyone coming in understood that I did art and understood me as a person. And so now I have this really lovely audience of people who both have seen me go from being a little vlogger to now doing art exhibition stuff, so it's been fun.
And it's vlogging looks easy, but as I'm sure as anyone who's tried it, it's bloody hard. How, over time, how long did it sort of take you to start to genuinely feel comfortable vlogging?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Vlogging took a lot more for me to become comfortable to do, but as far as hardness goes, it takes 26 hours to make an art video, whereas it takes 30 minutes to do a vlog. So part of me is always like, oh good, I get to do a vlog today.
It's like a break.
But I really like vlogs though, because especially with my audience, they'll send me their videos every now and again. And there's something that's so nice about someone who's just straight to the camera, talking about their day or talking about something they're passionate about, and it's lovely. And I miss that side of YouTube sometimes, where it's just that simple vlog.
With a camera, guys, right?
Yeah.
Stephen, equally for you, how long, coming in with the magic, how long did it truly take you to feel comfortable with vlogging?
Well, I've always liked vlogging as a thing, and I've had a second channel where I've dabbled in vlogs, and that always felt good because that whole channel was just me doing whatever I wanted anyway, so I didn't have to worry about any expectations. I still don't fully feel comfortable doing it on my main channel because I think that whenever I have a video that goes viral or does really well, it's always, a magic video And so I know that's what they want. So then I'm like, hey, here's this thing that you never asked for, that you didn't sign up for, and then I'm like doing it, and and then so I'm not fully confident with it yet. And also I'm kind of aware that there's so many, vlogging is such a thing now, the standard is so high that to do it in a style that's like unique within reason is really difficult. So I'm not fully comfortable with it yet, is my answer.
But it's a process.
But yeah, I'm much more comfortable with it now. I know that I can upload something but part of that is just sort of thinking about what it is you want to do on YouTube and making sure that the thing that you want to do is not compromised by what you think you should do. Because if you just keep doing what you think your audience want, your channel will die anyway, because this is like a thing where if you don't change, you just, like all the big channels that die, a lot of them just do the same thing for too long and then that's it. So I think that you kind of have to anyway, but now I'm sort of trying to accept more that like, if I'm not making stuff I want to make, then why am I doing it? And then forget the view count. He says, crying at the views of his second last video, and then be really happy at the last video. I didn't actually cry, but I was sad for a while.
It's a balance. Luke, to bring you on this, was there ever a point that you felt uncomfortable? Like, what would you go back? What would you say to yourself if you could go back to when you started sort of putting videos on the internet? Have you become more comfortable over time with doing it?
Yeah, I mean, so when I first started YouTube videos, I put all my videos in black and white because I didn't want anyone to know I was ginger.
Shouldn't laugh.
Yeah, you should have. So yeah, I'd definitely be, I would say to myself just to be more, just really try and be so genuine to me, because I was talking in the green room with someone about this. There's a guy on YouTube I watch a lot called Tom Scott, who does science and computer videos, a whole different side of me that I don't read online. And I got into him with this video about time zones, and he's just so clearly like, has a personality and is exasperated and is frustrated. I then met him and he was exactly like that in real life. And that thing the thing I loved about the video was not the content, it was the personality. And then I met him and that was his personality. So yeah, I would really try and tell myself, not that I was ever trying to fake things, but really try and tell myself just, you do have things about you that make you different. Whereas anyone can make a tech video or anyone can make a parody or whatever. But the thing that makes you stand out is you, and that's nice and cheesy, but that's what I definitely tell me in the past.
That is inspirational AF, I'm liking it. Equally, Jamie, can I ask you the same question? If you were to go back to that very first vlog that you uploaded, what would you tell yourself now to sort of make it easier, more comfortable?
When I first started vlogging, I had an idea in my head of what vloggers were, and then I tried to be that. And then it changed gradually and I became more myself online.
I think it takes a while, doesn't it, to figure out who you are in front of a camera, if that makes sense?
That's the thing, is like, at first I was trying to be someone I wasn't, now I'm definitely more like who I am, because I like being like that, it makes more sense. I used to increase the volume like tenfold on my other videos, so sometimes when you watch them it's horrible. So that's something I would have changed, definitely. Other than that, I started YouTube when I was a bit of an awkward teenager, so I think there's always regrets there. But
I think you're not alone in that. I think a lot of people, looking back on our videos. Another thing that I wanted to bring into this, you have all had second channels at some point. You've all transitioned away from your second channels in various forms.
I have for a reason, though.
And I'm interested to know what the reason is. Is it because, and mostly you would upload vlogs and daily vlog type stuff on those channels, have you moved away from that because daily vlogs are now more accepted as like a proper format of content? Like vlogs are their own thing now, right? They're not just to push onto a second channel.
For me, my second channel, I realized I could upload the content to my main channel, and also I was doing so much of the time I couldn't keep up the second channel. But I've also recently stopped doing my cloud channel with Tom because we're going to open up a new family channel, and it's called Dorky Ever After, and I'm so excited about it. So it should be good. So I am going to have a second channel. Very good.
That's cool. And for you guys as well, equally, you've made that second channel. So what's your sort of, I'm not sure about strategy, but this is, for aspiring creators.
Yeah, two things, I guess. Firstly, I get just massive shiny object syndrome where I have too many things I want to do. So I think for me to get anything done, I need to shut off things. So if I'm struggling, the way I look at it is like, well, the way I was told to look at it is, if I'm struggling to upload on my main channel, why am I also posting on my second channel?
That's
So, but you could debate that, because a lot of people watch my second channel and didn't watch my main, so it's all a bit weird. But yeah, what you're saying is like, vlogs and stuff can go on the main. I guess I made a decision when I was like, am I going to try and bring over vloggy content to my main, or am I going to just keep them very separate? And I thought I'm going to try and bring it over, because the more uploads you do, the more watch time, all that stuff, you don't really benefit from the algorithm for diluting content onto different channels, unless you've got radically different audiences on those channels. So for me, it was more about trying to develop an audience on my main channel that liked the vlog stuff and the magic stuff, and then build that up, I think.
My life just got really boring, so I stopped making vlogs. No, I mean, genuinely, I mean,
well, you've been working hard, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so I basically, lots of different things happened all at the same time, which led me to not bother with my second channel. I lost a bunch of friends to some bad things that they were doing, and so wasn't now going on holidays and doing all this fun stuff, because I wasn't going to do that on my own. I started working on a film, which took over my entire life, and so I couldn't vlog on set because all those people were professionals, and I would be like, hello, making a film. And also, I was sort of the same, similar to Stephen, where I was thinking, I'm not uploading on my first channel, why have I got a second channel? But also, I got to the opinion of, if I'm making content that I think is not worthy of my first channel, I shouldn't really bother making that content. Like, if I'm making B-grade content, then why am I making it? Like, if I go, oh, I'm not that proud of that one, so don't upload it, delete it. But yeah, mainly my life got really boring and I got really busy. That's not a very fun answer, but there you go.
That's a weird combo. My life is so boring.
Well, I lost all my friends, and then I broke up with my girlfriend. Well, we broke up. Broke up. Official line. We broke up. No, we broke up. And I was just sort of living on my own, and there was nothing interesting going on. So I thought I'd just focus on the film. Sorry, I'm having a breakdown.
This is so inspirational. Love it. So, last note on that, do you think there is still room for a second channel for budding creators who are, looking at setting up channels? Is that still a thing that they should consider?
I want to do one eventually. Well, I'll do several, but based around the line that Stephen was saying, it has to be wildly different audiences. So I want to make a film education channel, and I want to make a vegan channel.
And a tech makeup channel.
And that one too. That's just for you though. I'm just those videos and send it to you. Yeah, so they would be genre-based. So that's where I would get into genre-based content, and I'd have other people working on it with me. I'm in chats to make a film channel with some of the people I made the film with. So we'll see. Everything I say will happen doesn't ever happen. So.
Same. Yeah, I've been tempted to just make just try a whole other niche and build that up. But once again, I have to be like, Stephen, you can barely maintain one YouTube channel. So I would say to anyone that's thinking about multiple channels, it's really hard to maintain one channel and get it to where it needs to be to grow, especially with the algorithm these days and all these uploads. So I'd say probably don't. Well, it depends. If you're just doing it for fun, you don't care about numbers at all, then literally make 50 channels.
Hi there. Well, it's really quiet in the Fox pub tonight. We're just having one drink, and then we're probably going to pop up to the Sitsy flat where Ian and the others are staying. A lot of the people are over at our hotel at a party that we can't get into because we don't have lanyards and all that stuff to be able to get in. So we're basically just hanging out tonight. We're not getting drunk, obviously. And see you later.
And welcome to Ghost Hunting with Jake.